Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got Euro. Left pocket.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 37.
Check 52's to Mike. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Joker. Friday.
Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check, 59. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Undercrush. I got it.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. There he goes left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Mecole Hardman, 75 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for two here. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I got you. I got you.
Wilson going to throw again. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Peyton. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Check 45 to Mike. All right.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again here, Wilson. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Wilson now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he'll go down at the 28.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 6 guys. Check, 6.
On 3rd down, Wilson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Now Wilson, and he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it, because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius, as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On the double. 45. Check Mike 45. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Kamara try the right side. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You don't want that?
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Raiders' 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Play action. Now Jackson. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. On first down, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to go down again. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Allen off the play fake. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Reggie White picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They do go for it. Here's Allen taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 21-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On the ground, Kamara. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete. He was covered by Deion Sanders.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Get your swerve on.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
So after the INT, it's Allen. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Allen. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. From a yard out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Oh, it's loose, and the Raiders have it. Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decide to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Reggie White getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rod Woodson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
45. Mike, 45. I'm on.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Here we go.
Throwing is Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Watkins, the intended receiver.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Allen now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Jackson now off the bootleg. Steps away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. He's going to let this go deep for Jim. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42.
All day, baby. All day.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Allen now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Now Allen, and this one complete to Reed. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And again, it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Mecole Hardman, 59 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's get it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. They run. It's Kamara. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And the Raider D, they get the football back. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Mecole Hardman with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
5 down, stand up in.
From the gun, Allen. And he's got it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And the Cowboys are able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quentin Williams. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
He's saying I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there, let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely, still got a lot of life left in those legs. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check pass.
Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
180. Yellow.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From nearby Norcross, Georgia, it's Alvin Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Allen. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
A gain of a yard.
We got this.
The Raiders first down.
Right there. Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play action. Now it's Allen rolling to his left. He'll take a shot for the... And this is caught inside the 5. It's a gain of 35. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Check. Fresno. 6-6. Bullet high.
Allen. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I got you, son.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Boy, a little panic here early. A 1st quarter onside kick.
good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
4 yards on the pickup.
On second down now. It's Green looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On play action, Allen on the move to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. Into double coverage.